All right, so right bozo, I think he's using a yellow looking blower. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Right there. You see that? Oh, there we go. It's not as loud, but it was loud enough for me to be alerted to it. And again, it's this still completely unnecessary, let's blow the 100 square foot yard because I like to blow things instead of using a rake. Because again, it's like 100 square feet. You could use 1 stroke, 2 stroke, 3 stroke, 5 stroke. You're done with gathering the leaves, as if you even had to do that, but whatever, right? So whatever. I mean, it's just what it is. At least he got a new one. It's not as high pitched and loud, but okay. There's unfortunately no alternative except to move, which is a bit open-ended because where to, right? I mean, we've been over that, and I've been kind of questioning as to what exactly. Yeah, but that's it. I mean, it's just the obnoxiousness that it is a Tuesday at 12:20, and let me just blow leaves. Okay. And I don't know if left bozo, because left bozo right before Christmas, which was Christmas, the Thursday before Christmas, the 19th, I want to say. That was the only Thursday before Christmas, because 26 was after Christmas, and they weren't here then, and it was too cold. I don't know if left bozo is going to be doing it every week or every two or whatever. Because it looks like they're just happy with just making noise here for an hour. That's where they get the professional service, and the guy's on and off with his leaf blower for 50 minutes. All right, on and off, so it's not 50 minutes of continuous noise, but given that it's always around the corner and you're always anticipating when is it back on, it's functionally 50 minutes, right? Even if it's, he's gathering and putting the leaves in for 5 minutes, because he doesn't put everything into one pile in 10 minutes or 20 minutes. He does 5 minutes and then put it in 5 minutes, then put it in the bag, that sort of thing. So he doesn't even bother to get rid of the horrible noise all at once and just do 10 minutes of blowing or whatever. It's 50 minutes. That's the same guy who had the service across over here. And I got so annoyed with it, I went to do grocery shopping, and I came back an hour later, he was still at it. So I still caught the tail end of it. It's just like, okay, I guess just, do it as loud as you want. And that's sort of the frustrations of it, that, yeah, people are just going to love making noise, and doesn't matter, Anyways, I think that's it. So, I don't know. We'll fold it into some other video. I don't know. This is a standalone video. Probably not. All right. So we got a little bit of sunshine left. Well, not much sunshine, but we got a few more minutes. So let's do a video. So I think this will come after. I'll combine the previous video. I think the leaf blower one where right bozo is back to his right bozoing. He got a new leaf blower, but it's just, yeah. And, I come out here. This is the park we've been to before. And, it was kind of loud on the other side where I was coming down, because there's some industrial thing right next to this park. Sometimes this just sounds like a bunch of cranes working or something. I tried looking at the satellites, and it seems like mostly an empty place, but there was like a truck and a crane. I mean, satellites are not real time, right? But it's just some weird sandy place with a big giant lake. I don't know what they're doing there. But it's like, even here, it's like, okay, it's a little loud. I mean, and it's nice now. But that's just kind of it. I'm glad I came out here, and there weren't too many leaf blowers by the time I left, maybe around, 1:30 p.m. But it is hard to find that quiet, isn't it? At least anywhere near the city. And we're still pretty close, but it's just, it is just so nice to have the quiet, though. I guess that's it. I guess, it's kind of nice to put these into words, or put these ideas into words, because it's not like this noise issue is all that recent. I remember coming out here and coming out to other parks and stuff, and it's like, when it's really nice and quiet, it's really nice, right? And I mean, this is the park where I was looking at the glamping stuff, the little cabins that have AC and everything. I might come out here. I looked on the website. Regardless of weekend or not, you have to take out 2 nights, and it's not 150, it's 125, but really 250. I guess it'd be worth the whatever, just the coming out here for 2 days or whatever. And it's not too far from the pool, so I guess I could swim. I'd have to look at what their after hours policy is of coming back in, but whatever. What's my point? So yeah, it's I've had these ideas. There's some primitive camping sites out here, and I always thought, well, there's like a little forest road like this. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if you could just live out there, or live in a quiet place, and like no one else is there bothering you with their noise, So this yearning for just a more calming, quiet place, it's not new. It's just hard to imagine because, again, you then need to sort of do everything else different, right? There's no pool to go to. You have to build your own. Unless you want to buy a house that's too big and too different and blah, blah, blah. You kind of have to get somebody to build it, which is different than the usual, let me look on Redfin and, oh, that looks pretty. Let's go talk to a realtor, and that's it, right? So, and it's also the, just sort of realizing that, oh, right, things are not turning out as I had hoped. I had hoped that there would be, just more like-minded people around. Maybe you'll stumble upon them, but that just hasn't happened. So there's also the realization of, yeah, I want to move out into the middle of nowhere, but there's really, to move out there with or to or whatever. And that's also part of the process. Is I kind of kept closer to the city, closer to, major population centers, on the off chance that you find some like-minded people. Although with the internet, it wouldn't have mattered even 10 years ago, but I guess, it takes time to figure these things out. See, there's electricity here. Some pipelines as well. And of course I forgot the selfie stick, so it's a little awkward hole. Ooh, there's some deer. They're too far in the distance, so there's 3-4 of them. Yeah. They're too far. But, yeah, last time I saw some deer here as well. Sometimes some pigs just running around. It still is relatively wild out here. Although, you know what? I'm seeing, I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but at least the screen has just turned a little more yellow and mellow yellow. I think the sun just officially set. But I saw, there's a toll road now here that takes you out right to the park. It's pretty fast, actually. Costs a little bit more, but it's pretty fast. And I was thinking, the highways, in some ways, they kind of destroy a lot of this, because then you have tons of cars everywhere. Then everyone builds up in the same boring manner as everywhere else. It's the same suburb division. It's like, does no one think of anything a little more unique? It's the same fucking sprawl everywhere, So, what's my point? Yeah, I was just thinking about the highway. It's like the artery to this cancer of sprawl. That instead of, because if you couldn't have a highway system, or travel wasn't as quick, okay, you couldn't go as far. It wouldn't be as quick, but you'd be more likely to find, how do you say? It'd be more local things, you'd hope, right? If you can't just drive everywhere and say, okay, I'll drive 10, 20 minutes to a supermarket. If things have to be more local, it'd be a little more, I guess, I don't know, I'm just rambling. But There were very few people here today. I'll get that was also sort of very nice. You know, they're really, I don't think I saw a single person coming down this trail. And apart from the noise on the other side of the river going down with the kind of, I don't know, construction-y industrial type noise, you know, it just was perfectly calm and peaceful out here. Not a single person, not a bicyclist, not anybody else. So anyways, I think that's it for now. Let's keep it nice and short. All right, so sometimes when it's nice weather and it's even though it's like January whatever. See, like I cannot, hold on, let's see here. It's a boat, right? There's a river here. And it's like, let's go down here. So I'm going to combine this with yesterday's video, which tells us that we did the leaf blower video, and then we came out here, and then it's another day. Oh boy. So, and you can hear, I'm going to also, there's in the distance, where the ass fuck is this boat? I can't go any further here. Well, we gotta take a look at this goddamn boat. Oh, there we go. So look at this fucker over here. Let's see here. You can see him right over there. The focus is not working, but I think we get the picture. Okay. You might be able to hear in the background. It's not going to focus, so. Well, let's see here. Is it not going to focus on him? Well, that's a guy on a boat. Is he naked? Oh, that's just a that's just a salmon covered, what do you call it? But that's the stuff you have to deal with, right? Is, oh, it's a nice quiet thing, no one's around, and Rolling Stones on whatever the fuck radio station, right? Oh boy, we stepped in an ant pile here. And is it too much to say, look, you know, this is a nice peaceful area, so you don't get to just ass blast the music 24/7, right? Sorry. This is a river, this is a quiet river. We don't do this here. You know, go buy some earbuds, because again, I could hear it over that, right? Where is this? Where is this simple ability to fucking enjoy, you know, the peace and quiet? You know, I might pause it. I can hear it. I don't know if it's going to come across here. There's some industrial thing on the other side, you know? It's kind of annoying, but again, where is a place where it's like, this is a nice quiet place? We don't have this stuff. And you have a right to the quiet. It's not just some incidental thing where, you know, most of the time, you know, these loud people on the river just aren't here because it's not that wide of a river. It's not, right? So it's mostly inconvenient for people to be out here boating. But I've seen this before too. You know, people use their boats up and down here. But it's not that often. Maybe in the summer, and generally I don't like hiking here in 100 degrees. Plus it's noisier. But where do you go to where it's like, no, I don't have to listen to this. I have a right to say, that's loud, get the fuck out of here. You're in the wrong here, right? Where is that? Right? And that's the frustrating part of this is, boy, there's like, again, you can move out into the literal middle of nowhere and maybe set something up, but is it that complicated to say, hey, somebody shouldn't just blast their fucking stereo? You know? Okay, that's a trespass like coming into my yard and peeking in my windows. That's the same kind of nuisance we're talking about, right? Where's that? And I think, you know, we're here near this might be where the gun, what do you call it? The gunshots, the bullet holes went through the signs over here where they tell you not to dredge it up. Let me see. Perfect. Yeah, this is here. So let's stand up. And it's a Friday afternoon, so it's not quite the weekend. I mean, it is, especially for boating. It's like 80 degrees out here, you know? So I guess for boats, yeah, that's what you would expect. But at least you turn it off for now. See, this is the bullet holes. Oh, no, that's an old, oh, this is the, yeah. I've taken some pictures on Instagram with this, right? Ah! What is that? Ah! No! I think that was a ladybug, or one of those biting ladybugs. That's not a true ladybug, not that I care. But I just wanted to make sure it's not a wasp that's going to shoot me in the head. Speaking of things being shot in the head, right? Look at these old bullet holes. Some of these, and some of this is scary because look at this. So you can see a lot of these just are dimpled, meaning it didn't go all the way through. So if you were to dig here, I'm sure you'd find bullets. But notice this one. Okay, that's another ladybug. And these ones bite, son of a... Go away. It's flying away now. But notice this one, right? And it's actually sticking out. So there must have been somebody on the other side that was shooting from somewhere over here, right? Because some of these bullet holes, yeah, it looks like it's going out, right? That it's, I mean, the impact would be going in if it went all the way through, like this, right? This one was from the other side, or even close, maybe not across the river, right? Because that's yeah, the river's here. But this went through like this, like whoosh. That's the sound it made. But this one is on the other side. This one went this way, right? Anyways, that's as much fun as we can have here. But since we are, let's see here. Can I hear the sounds here? Let's see. I'm not sure if it comes across. I can hear it, but it is a pretty faint background sound, so it might be just filtered out by whatever stuff they got here. But you have something over there, right? It's like, okay, where's a place where this bullshit doesn't exist? Where I could just sit out here and no Rolling Stones yelling from the river, right? Again, you buy, let's say you bought a house this way. Oh boy. I'm actually on the back seat, yeah, back over here, right? But you buy a house on the river, oh, it's so nice. What prevents some asshole from just putting down an anchor on Saturday and just lounging out there with his fat ass and just playing the fucking shit radio? Like, you know, is it that much to ask? So anyways, I think that's it for now, but otherwise it's a pretty decent day. But even out here, it's like, you can't quite get the fucking quiet. You know, some asshole has to ruin it. Anyways, that's it for now. All right, so I think this is the spot that'll demonstrate the background noise being the loudest. So I think that comes across because I've done a little test thing here, and it's weird because it seems like there's like some industrial-looking lake. There's some cranes. I might put this in here, but I don't know what they're doing there. But it's like even here, oh, a nice hike in the woods, and this is better than listening to leaf blowers inside a house, I guess. But really, is it that complicated to say, I just want the fucking forest? Or is it just the forest? You know? And not any of this other bullshit. I don't think that's a huge request that if I'm in a forest, it's actually a forest, right? Anyways. Alright, so I'll probably put this in a different video than the previous ones. But, let me think, what is my, yeah, what's my... Right, so I was thinking, you know, I'm kind of coming back on this road here. It's not really a trail. You could have a car down here, although it's not really allowed. I don't know who comes down here with a car. Maybe the park maintenance or something. But I was thinking, look at this. I think we're back to the part of the forest where that sound is coming from. I actually found out it was a sand construction company. I think in the what will be the previous video, that noise in the middle of the forest. Yeah, I think that's, but okay, let's look at this, right? See the little clumps of grass and, you know, this sort of thing. What if this was people's lawns, right? Instead of all the leaf blowing, what would be wrong if your lawn looked like this, right? Like this looks fine, right? Like what would be the disaster scenario if you had a more natural sort of crunchy lawn? And there's some grass in it, you know. You know, you could even, you know, you don't even have to mow it, right? Because I don't think anybody comes down here to mow anything. So you have some little grass here sometimes growing. And again, it's January, so it's a little worse, right? What would be wrong with this? You know, if the lawns look like this, at least in the winter, instead of trying to massage them, you know, even now with the leaf blowers and even just the lawnmowers, why? What's wrong with this? You know, anyways, that's really all I have to say about it. It's just interesting walking down here. And it's like, this isn't too bad. There's nothing wrong with this, you know. Anyways, I think that's it.